the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. It was small, turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mrs. Kobe, the Assistant Principal for the Class of 2021 at Coconut Creek High School. Welcome to Coconut Creek High School's graduation ceremony for the Class of 2021. Today, we will pay tribute to an outstanding group of young adults. I am so proud to celebrate these students with all of you. Please stand, and now join me as we open with the presentation of colors by Coconut Creek JROTC, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem. Please remain standing until the retirement of colors. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, Coconut Creek JROTC. Have a seat. Next, we will welcome an introduction from our principal, Mr. Scott Fisk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or afternoon, graduates, class of 2021, parents, honored guests. We're happy to have you here at the commencement ceremony marking the achievements of the class of 2021. I want to thank the families, the teachers, the staff, our school board members, and district personnel for joining us this afternoon. We're very pleased that so many individuals came out to share this awesome experience with you. I'd like to take a moment and introduce the ladies and gentlemen who are on stage here to recognize you this afternoon. First, Ms. Deborah Hickson, School Board Member at Large. Ms. Maria Perez, the OSPA Cadre Director. Ms. Kathy Koch, the Chief Communications Officer for Broward County Public Schools. To my right, your left, your valedictorian, Camilla Thompson. Your salutatorian, Samsara Hammond. And your senior speaker, Cecile Rodriguez. Going across the back row, because I didn't memorize it, our 9th grade assistant principal, Ms. Judith Segesta. Our 10th grade assistant principal, Dr. Nicole Nearer. Our 11th grade assistant principal, Mr. Fabian Calero. And our senior class assistant principal, Ms. Angela Kobe. Continuing on, we have our speaker, individuals who introduce our speakers. Ms. June Cole. Ms. Aline Valiengo. Ms. Cheryl Garfield, our brace advisor. And last but certainly not least, our guidance department, Dr. Jeannie Osorio, 9th grade. Ms. Kelly Renard, 10th grade. Ms. Brandy Allen, 11th grade. And Ms. Sonia Wilcox, 12th grade. At this time, I would ask that you please direct your attention to the screen behind me where we will have a special message from our Superintendent in Schools, Mr. Robert Runcie, as well as District 7 School Board Member, Ms. Nora Rupert.
You are about to join a very special group. You are about to become a graduate of Broward County Public Schools. Your past school year has been historic. Your schools closed and opened, and you learned wherever Wi-Fi was the strongest. You spent days behind masks through the coronavirus pandemic. You lived through racial and political turmoil that has divided communities, through a severe economic downturn and job losses and an acrimonious presidential election. But the class of 2021 adapted and persevered through all of this and more. You worked hard. You continued to learn and achieve. You succeeded. You will write the next chapter in the history books. Given what I know about you, I believe the chapter will be full of stories of courage, grace, and hope that will fuel a stronger humanity. There's a story I want to share with you that I hope will help you put life's challenges in perspective and inspire you to make the most of the gift of life that you have been given. A teacher passed out a writing exercise to her students. It consisted of only a black dot in the center of a piece of white paper. She asked the students to write a few sentences to describe what they saw. Once everyone was finished, she collected the pages and started reading the writings to the class. They all wrote about the black dot, its size, and its position on the page. Some even got creative and described it as a portal to the universe. Regardless, all the comments were about the black dot. What was interesting is that no one wrote about the white part of the paper, that which is the foundation for the whole. Think about it. If there was not an entire field of white space, that black dot would never even be seen. What's the message here? You have so much to celebrate in life if you see the whole picture. The dark spots are very small when compared to everything we have in our lives, but they are the ones that occupy and pollute our mind. Don't focus on the dark spots, the disappointments, the anxious thoughts, the bad news, the sensational headlines, the social media feeds. Because when you do, you are taking your foundational good for granted, so much so that you forget to notice the greater blessings in your life. Take your eyes off the dot-sized frustrations and focus on the bigger and brighter part of your life. As you graduate, think about what is important to you, what you care about, what you want to prioritize, and where you may be able to make the greatest impact after high school. Find your own path to be successful. Our life is a gift. We will always have reasons to celebrate. Nature renewing itself daily on the planet we call home, the friends and family around us, music and art that we enjoy, rainbows and sunsets, our teachers, and your high school graduation. Enjoy each one of your blessings and each moment that life gives you. Congratulations to our amazing class of 2021 graduates. I am proud of you. You've overcome challenges and you've succeeded in becoming a graduate. I will always remember you. I love you and pray that your life's journey will lead you to true joy and happiness. Congratulations.
Hi, this is Nora Rupert, your District 7 School Board member. Congratulations to our 2021 graduates, their families, and our teachers and staff. Students, I am so incredibly proud of each one of you to have accomplished this momentous achievement. I know it was not easy. The past 3 years since MSD and continuing into the pandemic has been a time of fear of the unknown, but also the opportunity to grow as individuals. Quarantining became the impetus for studying hubs, providing food for our neighbors, drive-up grocery or restaurant meals, and let us not forget swag masks. Class of 2021, You overcame obstacles that were blocking your way. You pushed past, honed your resilience, and proved that you are ready for the next challenge that life throws you. Be confident, be hopeful, be yourself, and bring back your new skills to Broward County. And may I hope that some of you become teachers, ready to train the next generation of innovative students to lead us into a bright future. Bask in today. You earned it. Your newfound strength will bring you far, and we are proud of you and cannot wait to see what you will accomplish. Congratulations, class of 2021. Mwah.
Thank you, Mr. Runcie and Ms. Rupert. It wasn't in the script, so I didn't do it, but I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to honor the faculty and staff of Coconut Creek High School who's here with us this afternoon. So please give my teachers and my staff a great round of applause who are sitting in this aisle and sprinkled throughout the auditorium. And students, I would ask you at this time, as I have in the past, to please give a warm round of applause to your parents and family and thank them for everything that they've done for you. Because we know that we wouldn't all be here today if it weren't for our parents and the efforts that they put in on our behalf. So graduates, today, I want to talk to you a little bit about something that many people would find strange to mention or talk about at a commencement ceremony. I want to talk to you about failure. Recently in my research on another project, I came across a quote from author Walter Brunel, and it gave me pause, as failure is not often associated with positive outcomes. But Walter Brunel wrote that failure is the tuition you pay for success. Think about that. Let's talk about failure for a moment. The quote implies almost that failure is necessary to achieve success. Now, we've all heard stories about how many times Thomas Edison failed before he invented the light bulb. It was over 1,000. For my generation, failure and overcoming failure was always characterized by the story of Michael Jordan, who is the true GOAT of the NBA, how he was cut from his high school basketball team. But today, I don't want to give you examples of others' failures. I want to speak of our own, failures that you've experienced, failures that I've experienced. But before we do so, I want you to understand the continuum or space in which failure exists. And I ask you to bear with me for a moment, for my educational roots would not be honored if I didn't try to teach you something today. This is my last chance to do so, after all. So here we go. In life, we start with goals. We have to establish a goal, and we have to make an effort to achieve that goal. Failure is the result of effort. In order to fail at something, you must first try to accomplish it. You cannot fail if you do not try. When we fail at something, we can learn from what went wrong by studying what happened and trying to figure out why. This learning is a catalyst for growth and improvement, which will get us closer to our goal or success. In recapping the process, we have a goal which requires effort. In the case of failure, there is learning, and then growth, and finally a new attempt. The cycle is often repeated until we reach success and we get what we want. So what does this look like in real life? Class of 2021, I ask you to transport yourself back some 15, 16, or 17 years. You probably don't remember much about that time, but you were also probably learning to walk at that time. You had the strength to pull yourself up or hold mom and dad's hand and stand up without moving. This was quite an achievement at the time, one that I'm sure was celebrated by your parents, the fact that you could stand. However, at some point, you took that initial step. And if you're like most of us, you went straight to the ground. When you did, didn't they, parents? Straight to the ground. Most of us. Some of you got back up and tried again immediately, but some of you might have needed a little bit more recovery time. But at some point, we all tried again. Many of us fell the second, third, fourth time, and many times after that. But eventually, our bodies learned from all those falls and all those attempts. We learned how to balance, how to shift our weight, and we all learned to walk. We had to fail all those times to achieve the success of walking. A similar process took place when you learned to speak, when you learned to write, when you learned to ride a bike, tell time, and in many other instances in your life. You had to pay that tuition of failure to achieve your success. We have all applied this concept in the last 15 months. The pandemic and the changes that ensued required all of us to learn and adapt. In school, you had to adapt to the use of Canvas and Microsoft Teams. I know we didn't all get it perfect the first time. We failed initially, some of us, but we learned, we grew, and eventually we succeeded, which is why you're sitting here today. You see, you're still applying the same process you did when you learned to walk. You're paying the tuition. This principle will hold true as you venture out into what we often call the real world. You all have goals and should pursue them relentlessly, knowing that you may and probably will fail multiple times before you succeed. All of this failure builds perseverance and resilience, two elements that are critical to success. They ensure you will continue to try, put forth the effort, learn, grow, and eventually succeed. Every failure is an opportunity. Embrace it. If you do not have you only have one alternative to failure, and that is to quit. Some of you had the opportunity to quit on school, but you didn't. You persevered. You learned, you grew, and now you're here today. Consider where you would be if you quit when you were learning to walk. Probably still on the floor of your house. Sounds kind of silly, doesn't it? Silly but true. When you quit, you go nowhere. You don't learn, you don't grow, and for sure, you will not succeed. As we sit here today in a gymnasium, I'm reminded of a saying in basketball that says you make 0% of the shots that you don't take. This means you must try to succeed. Quitting is not trying. Quitting is the antithesis of trying. You are not quitters. You are here today in spite of all that has happened in your lives, including a global pandemic that upended the way we learn and go to school. You are not quitters. You've paid your tuition. You are winners. In closing, let me remind you of the control you have over your goals and your dreams. Sure, you can and will need help along the way, but only you can set your goals. Only you can put forth your effort to achieve them, and only you can make the decision to quit. It is in that vein that I leave you with the immortal words of Sir Winston Churchill, who said, "Never give up, never give up, never give up." Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2021. It gives me great pleasure and pride to introduce our countywide school board member, Ms. Deborah Hickson. Deborah's career in education began in 1989 as a science teacher and swim coach at Blanche Ely High School. In 1994, she transferred to South Broward High School, where she continued to teach and serve as a swim and water polo coach for many years. Most recently, Deborah served as South Broward's Maritime Marine Science and Technology Magnet Coordinator. Passionate about Broward County Schools, its students, its teachers, and staff, Deborah is dedicated to providing students with educational excellence that will allow them not to only advance, but also enhance their skills and ensure that every student is prepared for their path after they leave our school system. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Deborah Hickson.
Thank you. Graduates, family members, and staff, it is an honor to be part of the Coconut Creek High School graduation ceremony today as your countywide school board member. It is my pleasure to share in the excitement of today and the hope of tomorrow as those of you graduating close this chapter of your life story. Parents, you are most likely wondering, where have the years gone? It doesn't seem that long ago when your sons or daughters were starting kindergarten. Living through the years between kindergarten and graduation might have seemed like an eternity for some of you students and for some of you parents, as well, but you made it through, and you are the graduating class of 2021. Would those of you that have committed to a military service please stand for a moment? Please join me in thanking these young men and women for their commitment to serve our country. Thank you for choosing to serve our country to protect our freedoms. You may take your seat. Class of 2021, you are graduating in a time of great challenges and uncertainty, but also a time when the opportunities created by our challenges are vast. Whether you choose to go to college or technical school, or head straight into the workforce, or choose to serve our country through military service, today begins a new chapter in your life story. Find what you are passionate about and pursue that passion as you develop and shape your future careers. Take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Those opportunities become the building blocks of your future. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and be sure to learn from them. They will make you stronger and more determined to succeed. Take each new day as it comes and don't get stuck in the mud of despair when things don't go as planned. When you find yourself amidst the chaos, rise above the noise and be true to yourself. Remember, each of you are unique and have a special gift to offer, and you are the only one that has the power to make your own mark in this world. So whatever direction you take, however you decide to share your special gift, I can't wait to see how you shine your light in this world. Coconut Creek High School, class of 2021, congratulations on a job well done. You not only survived, but you thrived in a global pandemic. You can do anything. Congratulations.
Greetings to family, friends, esteemed guests, faculty, and the class of 2021. I am Ms. June Cole, Ms. J. Cole, and Coach Cole, an English educator and girls volleyball coach at Coconut Creek High School. I'm elated to have been invited to introduce your senior speaker during this moment in time. It has not been years, but months. The time has become non-existent when a relationship formed with a ball, a court, and a net. Meeting Cece, Cecile Cece Rodriguez, Cece, as she is affectionately called on and off the court, was not traditional through my English class, but as her new volleyball coach. Her feet landed on the court, and the net was the tool that volleyed the relationship that would win her over in a final set. This senior would exemplify evolution, one practice to the next, and from one game to the win. Her tenacious attitude towards her studies and commitment for the game was tried and true, teaching me that life was one more volley, just play the game, and the team spirit would shine through. As co-captain of the team, she made sure that the team was built on lessons from me, but showed the leadership to build the team to win as best as she could. Never wavering, always knew that within her power as a team player, she was going to serve them up to become a winning crew. Coach, she would say after each game, we'll get them the next time for sure. You're our coach, and I know you will push us through. Cece always remained grounded to build others up. Her encouraging words and hands-on assistance is what some needed, and she welcomed the challenges set forth for her. Senior night came, and she rallied the team. Her strive to win was seen in each play and moves she set to scene. Victory looked slim, but not for Cece. She was determined to bring the team a 3-set win. She said, Coach, tonight we are going to pull our win and shine. True. 1, 2, 3, Cougars! The final push for the team, and yes, her camaraderie, determination, shining spirit pulled them a win. A victory that night and a reverberation of, "Hey, coach, we won because of you." I said, "No, it was not me. You pulled the team through." Our ongoing conversations off and off the court, volley discussions of college, where she would net the idea of earning a degree in business and set her mind on public speaking, praise dancing, and traveling around the world. Yes, tried and true and determined in her continuations of being that person who would make any team shine. As I would hear her say, through every triumph and obstacle, "Hey, coach, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And with that I say, what an honor and a privilege to present to you the senior class speaker for the class of 2021, Cecile "Cici" Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. Ça passe to my Haitians. ¿Cómo estás? Wagwan, everybody. Thank you, Jesus. We are here. Class of 2021, massive congratulations. Whew. Graduates, do you feel that? That is the feeling of knowing you will not have to wake up at 6 a.m. on August 18 to be at Coconut Creek High School. They said you wouldn't make it. Well, Miss Wilcox, we made it. As Zig Ziglar says, you do not have to be great to start, but you must start to be great. We're all here today because 12 years ago, we started. It is now 12 years later, and the mere fact that we persevered through those years, I want to assure you that we did great. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cecile Rodriguez, and it is an honor to be here today. We can all agree the past few months have been quite unique, and not always in good ways. We experienced many challenges, and I believe these challenges forged us as fighters. At this time, take a second and reflect on all you have been through and where you are today. We have learned and we have grown so much. Think about being separated from your peers and from physical interaction with anyone outside of your home. Think about slowly falling into depression and having to force yourself out of bed to attend online classes. Think about motivation faded and discipline and determination having to kick in. We had no grad bash, no prom, and we had to fight for sports seasons. Limitations on our rite of passage. It was hard not to give up, as it was easy to just say forget it. But my friends, I have learned the quickest path to sure failure is to quit. I speak not only for students, but if I may be presumptuous, speak for teachers as well. Sometimes I could literally feel the stress the teachers were going through coming through the computer screen. as they tried to keep us engaged so we would not fall asleep, which most of us did. And adding to the teacher stress was the popular excuse, "Miss, my mic isn't working." Esther. Some of us did our best to quickly learn how to maneuver through Teams and all the other apps. Give yourselves a round of applause. We did it. I stand boldly before you as a graduate with a 4.7 GPA. Ranked 4th in the class of 2021. To get there, I had to work my tail off in the Creek Technical Academy CTA program. We love you, Ms. Ridinger. And today, I am a legal administrative specialist at a local law firm and on my way to being a future mogul. None of this would have been possible without my support system, my parents. I love and appreciate you so much. You ensured I did not lack anything. For all the other parents in the audience, I salute you. I would be remiss not to thank our teachers. Job well done. Who can forget on a Monday morning with one of Mr. Carradine's thickest packets in front of you? Ms. Kellum, Dr. Johnson-Coote, you're both amazing teachers, but seniors, I know you cannot forget that research paper at the end of the quarter. Mr. Wright, thank you for the financial gems. Coaches Chris and Coach Cole, thank you for seeing greatness in me, even when I didn't see it in myself. I'm super grateful to all my teachers and all my coaches. In closing, I extend gratitude to my principal, Dr. Scott Fiss, and the administrative team, especially Mrs. Colby. Thank you for ensuring we had our last hooray as seniors. You have all impacted my life in incredibly positive ways. My motto, imprinted on my graduation hat, reads, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Class of 2021, may you all remember this scripture as we take our separate paths and create our own legacies. Class of 2021, we are not an ordinary group. And with that being said, life is not a competition. Do not let other people's definition of success cripple you. Strive to be the best version of yourself. Dream big, work hard, and trust God.
Oh my goodness, I have to go after that. Good afternoon, class of 2021. What an honor it is to stand in front of all of you wonderful seniors, supportive parents, and fellow teachers and administration. Today, the 8th of June, is a day of joy, particularly for the graduating students and their parents, but not for me, as most of my seniors know. I've been dreading this moment right here. I said I wasn't gonna cry. We are here to honor a milestone, the accumulation of years of hard work and the acknowledgement of successes that all of you guys have achieved. Your various accomplishments, extracurricular activities, and brilliant achievements in your academic careers thus far are nothing to take lightly. I am here to remind you that this is only one cobblestone in the path of your life. In order to truly succeed in life, to live up to your own expectations, and to reach your goals, you need only one thing, and that's perseverance. Perseverance is the hard work that you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. Speaking of successes and perseverance, I'm here today to introduce to you guys a fellow classmate who has demonstrated just that and more. This particular student was in my very first anatomy class 2 years ago, and we immediately bonded over our obsession of Grey's Anatomy. Shout out to Dr. Shepard. We geeked out over surgery videos on YouTube and spent hours reviewing the anatomy of the ear and the eye, which I still have not recovered from. But it was all worth it once she was accepted into the practical nursing program at Atlantic Technical College. This is when she truly shined. She persevered and sacrificed her summer break of her senior year to reach her goals, and now I can proudly say that she is a certified and licensed practical nurse. But that's not it. Not only is she a licensed practical nurse, she is also a 4-time honor roll recipient, 4-time certificate of recognition recipient, and the gold seal recipient of her nursing class. She is also your class of 2021 salutatorian. Congratulations on your amazing achievements, and I could not be more proud of you. Please help me introduce to the stage Miss Samsara K. Hammond.
Okay, all right. Oh, jeez. Bear with me. Awesome speech. Love it. Okay. This it? No, this ain't it. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Bear with me. Okay. Good afternoon, graduates, staff and faculty, friends and family. Today we celebrate a momentous milestone, graduation. But first, I would like to thank our staff at Coconut Creek High School, the teachers who showed up even on days when they felt overwhelmed and still taught a lesson, the guidance counselors who always reminded us that our goals and aspirations were just an act away, and the administrators who acted out as our liaisons and helping hands in times of need. The parents and other family members for being our motivation and for getting us to this point in our lives. Shout out to Mom and Dad. And most importantly, to us for holding ourselves accountable and responsible in getting here today. Shout out to y'all. Now that I acknowledge all stakeholders, I want to be honest and transparent. While graduation is celebrated as a milestone for some, it will be the only milestone in their lives. While for others, it is a stepping stone toward their career goals and successes. If there's one lesson that I have learned from my high school experience, it is that I'm in control of the outcome as a result of what I invested. I am aware that on the first day of high school, many of us had set intentions, but life happens. My intentions included being an active member of 5 clubs in my freshman year. However, I only joined 1. My intentions got derailed because school started at 6:50 a.m. I don't know why, but it does. Which meant I would have to be ready by 5:50 a.m. to catch the school bus. Shout out to my dad for racing down the school bus. It would require me to be in bed between 8 and 9 p.m. Shout out to my mom for reminding me to go to bed. Being an active member of any club required commitment and consistency, both of which I was not prepared to embrace. I wanted to stay up late and talk to my friends. Shout out to WhatsApp, because my friend didn't have an iPhone at the time. Love you. At the time, I wasn't thinking about the prerequisites and the preparation for colleges. Actions have consequences. This reality became apparent in reviewing my college application and the realization that my application is scant when compared to others. If you take anything from my speech today, it is this. While life gets in the way, if you want to achieve success, you must be consistent in taking action, and you must show up not once, not twice, but every day of your life. Graduation is a signaling point for entering adulthood. There are no more sick days. There are no more absences. There are no more skipping classes. There are no more physical teachers telling you how to follow instructions, unless you are, of course, attending vocational or university schooling. Shout out to BC, go Seahawks. Now life is your teacher, and you must be present because no one can live your life except you. Always remember, you are good soil. What you sow shall reap. Thank you, Coconut Creek High School, for being one of my stepping stones as you were for my fellow graduates. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
good afternoon, parents, friends, faculty, and the class of 2021. My name is Cheryl Garfield, and I am the very proud Brace Advisor at Coconut Creek High School. It is my pleasure to introduce your valedictorian, Camilla Tomlinson. At this time, I would like to recognize Camilla's family. If you would please rise. Thank you. Camilla is an amazing young woman who I have watched blossom during her 4 years at Coconut Creek High School. I had the pleasure of having her as a mentee in my Women of Tomorrow program, which empowers young women to achieve their goals and accomplish their dreams. She was an amazing role model for the younger mentees, showing them how to be successful academically while being involved at her school and in her community. This year, she was awarded the Florida Prepaid Under the Sun Scholarship worth over $6,300 from the Women of Tomorrow. Throughout high school, she has been an outstanding academic student. She is a member of our Creek Technical Academy and has also become a licensed practical nurse. Throughout high school, she took very rigorous classes and was a dual enrollment student at Atlantic Technical College. She was the class secretary for student government during 10th grade, a member of Young Ladies of Excellence, a member of our Information Technology Club, and a member of our tennis team. Camilla loves being involved in her community and volunteered at Quiet Waters Park and at Nova University in the Network for the Teaching Entrepreneurship Program, where they worked on developing business plans and programs. Camilla loves music, drawing, and reading, and uses the arts to balance her after a challenging day of classes. She enjoys spending quality time with her family and friends. Camilla aspires to always be happy in life and wants to give back to others by sharing her knowledge and happiness with others. I look forward to keeping in touch with her throughout college and hearing about her successes and experiences as she pursues her post-secondary education at Florida State University. She will be majoring in actuary science so she can have the ability to offer others the same or better opportunities that she was given. I would like to thank Camilla for inviting me to introduce her today. I was deeply touched when she asked me. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you to our valedictorian for the graduating class of 2021, Camilla Tomlinson.
Good afternoon, buenos tardes, and bon après-midi, my fellow students, family, friends, Principal Fisk, staff, and our esteemed guests. Class of 2021. For the past 2 years, our regularly scheduled program was interrupted by the pandemic to bring us remote learning in a fashion that we have never seen before. Our class was forced into social distancing, stripping us of our physical connection only to be replaced with an artificial one. For our class, it has been hard to breathe, hard to learn, hard to connect, hard to see an end to the chaos that looms, not only around us, but in the distance. Some of us have experienced the dreadful symptoms of COVID-19, and others, even worse, the loss of loved ones. Some of us have fought through severe depression or battled incessant anxiety that we thought we would never overcome, but we made it. We are here still standing. We are still here embracing our future. Steadfast, that was me this year. And I feel it was you as well, or you would not be here today. We have all found ways to keep going through this ever-changing and truculent environment. Okay, so classes are remote. Keep going. Internet lagging. Keep going. Different rules and norms for each teacher. Keep going. Abounding assignments due. Keep going. I had to keep going because I knew that life keeps going. I cannot say that I was not afraid during this process, but I knew that if I just kept going, something would happen, something would break forth. And it did. I obtained my nursing license while I was still in high school, all while in a pandemic. I did not use the pandemic as an excuse to stop my journey. Instead, I said, you must remain steadfast. Just when I thought it was over, I had one more challenge, this speech. I know some of you may be surprised, or not if you know me, but I am quite diffident and do not like the attention on me. But I am standing here before you today. I had to move past my fear and keep going. I point this out to say there are a lot of things in life that we do not want to do and can easily run from. But choosing instead to move forward produces growth, growth within you. I am growing, and I have grown today. I know that I am speaking about my accomplishments, but I could not have done this alone. Mom and Dad, I know many words, but there are none to truly express how grateful I am to have parents like you. Your support is unwavering and unconditional, and I honor you today. Thank you to Ms. Uta, Ms. Nadine, and my sister Jatia. To my awe-inspiring friends, you are amazing, and I could not have made it through without you. Thank you to my teachers for sharing your knowledge and encouragement. Thank you, Ms. Ridinger, for choosing me to be a part of the CTA program and always making sure I had on my CTA shirt. Thank you, Ms. Garfield, for always having my best interests at heart. I leave you with this. Remember these past 4 years. Remember that you not only made it through a pandemic, but political unrest and social injustice still standing. Remember that you persevered through challenging terrain and stubborn procrastination, because the path ahead may not be the vision you have pictured, but you are not one who draws back when things do not go your way. You are not one to complain and never move forward. You are one who has graduated. Students, look to your left, look to your right. Yes, you did it. We did it. Parents and friends. Parents and friends, you did it. We are still here standing, steadfast, the class of 2021. Congratulations.
Let's give all of our speakers another round of applause. Amazing. Ms. Hickson, at this time, I present to you the Coconut Creek High School class of 2021 for certification.
Thank you, Principal Fisk. On behalf of the School Board of Broward County, Florida, I certify that these students have met all the requirements of the school board and the state of Florida for graduation from Coconut Creek High School.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will ask my almost graduates to please give their attention to our two ushers at the front, and we will begin the roll call.
Camilla Tomlinson. Samsara Hammonds. Cecile Rodriguez. Genevieve Acosta. Michaela Adderley. Brianna Alcide. Slaby Aldergist. Vincenzo Alfonso Feliz. Arif Ali. Omarion Allen. Notori Aline. Narzana Ali. Stephen Almendarez. Imani Alfonso. Melvin Amaya. Jimsy Ambrose. Jaheen Atkinson. Tajane Bailey. Imani Baldwin. Octavius Banks. Sarah Ann Batista. Esther Besant. Gus Manise Conserve. Emilson Blanc. Finesse Blanc. Valdina Blanc. Lori Stacy Blanchard. Carlene Boulevard. Tyreek Bonhomme. Kyra Bouchereau Brown. Davaria Bradley. Imani Brown. Brandon Bryan. Fuhad Bubaker. Javaris Birch. Torrance Burgess. Sinai Bird. Nico Cadet. Stephanie Calzada. Diana Campuzano. Travius Carter. Selena Castro. Shakira Sherry. Shankiria Clayton. Tadarius Collier. Ashanti Collins. Tracy Blaze. Tanaya Cornish. Madai Corpus.
Anida Cruz. Jadson Dalmace. Daniel Davis. Xavier Davis. Leslie Delois. Shakina Des Holmes. Marlissa Dennis. Wally Delvamar. Kiana Dixon. Kristen Douglas. Fred DeRosier. Wilton Eaton. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I know. Okay. Jency Iglas. Okay. Ryandy Elian. Nakisha Eloy. Leah Mae Elvius. Angeline Escarment. Farah Etienne. Justin Villard Eugene. Layla Exantis. Dorian Excel. Dejane Fagan. Fredleen Fazoma. Leon Fallett. Lynn Finney. James Lee Fenelon. Kenteria Fields. Okay, Raven Fields. Jonathan Figueroa. I know it. I got her. Karis Flanagan. Latania Florantis. Bianna Floralis. Tiaja Ford. Brittany Fortuna. Bishana Garcon. Cameron Gellen. Tamia Gibson. Alan Enrique Gill. Malik Gracia. Kayona Grant. Darian Gray Jr. Sabian Hall. Jatina Harp. Khalil Hawthorne. Yvlandi Henrelis. Justin Henry. Noe Hernandez.
Keon Jackson. Kylan Jackson. Kylano Jackson. Avnesh Jaggerny. Jason Jean. Brianna Jean Baptiste. Rabensley Marie Jean. Rabensley Jean Marie. Andres Jimenez Bonilla. Ashley Joshin. Jakaya Johnson. Shayla Jones. Wilson Jose. Bisenja Joseph. Daniela Joseph. Lori Sancha Joseph. Lunashka Joseph. Zykeria Joseph. Sanaja Joshua. Nicholas Julmis. Tyleek King. Lourdes Knutson. Ruth Labate. Stephanie Lanza. Tyreek Lawrence. Daisy Vanessa Lazo. Brittany Lee. Marjuni Leonard. Alex Levy. Osmaya Lima. Anissa Linder. Alexander Lizama. Gerald Lomack. Davion Lopez. Eric Lewis. Stacy Lewis. Jeremiah Lubin. Anaya Lundy. Brianna Marston. Augustina Martinez. Darcy Martinez Lazama. Kayla Marie Martino. Logan McDonald. Tamaya McLahaney. Paige McKenzie. Carisha Nikisha McLean.
DeCoven McSwain. Jose Angel Mendez. Ruthnie Marone. Nevea Metellus. Nicole Metellus. Chandler Michelle. Kai Johanna Millar. Jovan Mitchell. Kenny Malise. Makisha Brianna Moyes. Brian Montoya Valencia. Demondre Morgan. Shannon Morgan. Jessica Mosley. Freddie Moya. Michael Murphy. Anailis Janet Nahera. Tiela Marie Nembron. Suzleen Ocean. Rodolfo Olayo. Juliet Olivier Brown. Richard Orellana. Selvin Orellana. Fernaldino Ozair. Oscar Palomino. Jocelyn Payne. Brian Perez Hernandez. Jennifer Perez Romero. Dasani Love Perkins. Autumn Peterson. Naisha Pierre. Ryan Pierre. Rendell Pierre Ville. Donita Placide. Jonid Placide. Marvin Plazimon. Jaheim Tyrese Plummer. James Prophet. Sophia Price. France Ramu. Adriana Ramirez. Jason Ramos. Isaiah Randolph.
Sorecha Randolph. Amelia Rattray. Alexia Raymond. Cheyenne Reed. Marie Remy. Mario Reneso Ramos. Axel Rivas. Patrick Robinson. Leslie Rodriguez. Sade Roseway. Cecilia Rowell. Enough. Kevin Roy. Obid Sainville. Jonas Alguero. Alexis Marie Sanchez. Donald Jerome Scott, Jr. Aaliyah Shepard. Brandon Silva. Jonathan Silva. Belson Simeon. Daniel Simmons. Johnny Simon. Kalisha Smith. Lanaya Stevens. Tamaya Stevens. Anaya Streeter. Kiana Taylor. Kelsey Latrice Thomas. Zachary Thomas. Joshua Tejada. Jayla Tolbert. Layla Armani Torres. Alan Tutut. Gayani Urquhart. Mariah Urquhart. Adriana Valsaint. Jennifer Vasquez. Ezekiel Vega. Kayla Vernon. I know how to say it. Biba Hiliaville. Angeli Vilches Hernandez. Jaylene Walker. Richanne Jada Wallace. Shinovia Wallace. Janelle Williams. Jariah Williams. Niteria Williams. Shedrick Williams. Tamaria Willis. Rajani Wisdom. Tyree Polidor. Ramaya Morel. Kiana Anthony. Shalia Howard.
At this time, it is tradition for all graduates to move their tassels from right to left as a symbol of their graduation. Graduates, please stand. Now join me by moving your tassel from right to left. Congratulations to the graduates of Coconut Creek High School, class of 2021.
Congratulations, graduates. I am so proud of what you accomplished. Parents, again, thank you for celebrating with us this afternoon. One piece of housekeeping. Graduates, if you're on this side of the center aisle, you're going to exit through that door right there that you came in, back to the cafeteria. Graduates on this side will exit through that door. Parents, please exit out the rear of the gymnasium and you meet your graduate outside. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you all for coming.